Namaste, Hari Om. Welcome to Shevadhi channel. If you are a first time visitor, please do check out our channel's description and the playlist to get an idea about the topics that are being covered. And if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. In today's session, we are going to cover Vrikshasana. Vriksha means tree, asana means pose. So this is a tree pose. And along with tree pose, we are going to cover two more variants of tree pose. So today you will be getting acquainted with three different poses. And after we are done with the poses, then I will be talking about the benefits and contraindications of these asanas. Okay, let's get started. And standing Tadasana with your feet maybe 2 inches apart is the starting position. And now, as you inhale, take your left foot up, bend it, and your knee is bent, and rest your heel, that is left heel, close to the perineum. Okay? And now fix the gaze at a point in front of you and make sure you're drawing your stomach in and lengthen your spine. Make sure you are balanced in this position. And now inhale and raise your arms up and hold your palms in Namaskara Mudra. And keep breathing normally. Deep inhalation and deep exhalation. So as you exhale, you make sure you suck the stomach in and strengthen your spine. It helps. Don't move your gaze. Fixed gaze and the breathing helps in keeping the balance. Try to maintain this posture at least for a count of 10. After that, exhale, drop your arms and slowly bring your knee down. And this pose is self-complementary. That means you have to repeat the same on the other side. Now, make sure you come back to Sthiti, that is Tadasana. Take a few normal breaths. And once you feel comfortable, bend your right knee, fix the right heel near the perineum. Fix the gaze at a point in front of you. Take few normal breaths. Once you feel comfortable, inhale and raise your arm up. Hold your palms in Namaskara position. Keeping the gaze fixed at a point in front of you and the breath pattern. Inhale and exhale. As you exhale, tighten your core and stretch your spine. It helps to keep the balance. Initially, you may not be able to hold it for longer. It's okay. Try to maintain the posture for a count of 10. And slowly, as you exhale, bring your arms down and raise your leg. Come back to Sthiti. So that concludes the tree posture. And if you are doing it for the first time, you can take the help of a prop. So now I am back with the prop in case if you are trying it for the first time and if you are not able to hold the posture, it's okay. In the beginning, you can use the chair. Make sure it doesn't have any wheels, not your office type chairs, the one which is firm. Okay. Here, as you get into the posture, you may be able to go here or up to all the way to the top. Or if you are not comfortable, you just stay here. That's okay. And then try to maintain the balance. If you cannot, just take the help of the chair. And if you feel comfortable with this, then you can try to raise your arms, and you can hold it. See, the very point that I am touching my knee against the chair, it kind of gives you a psychological feeling that you have something to support you. That also may help. So in case if you need any support, use a chair. So that is a variation that you can do in order to get this going. You can go here or here, wherever you feel comfortable to maintain the balance. If you are okay like this, then if you don't need the chair, that is fine. You can maintain the balance in this posture. As you keep going, you can keep increasing the position where you place the bent heel. Got it? Okay. And now let's go to the variation of this tree pose called half lotus tree pose or Ardha Padma Vrikshasana. Okay. And here, what you have to do is starting position is the same, Tadasana. Bend your left leg and place the ankle on the right thigh. And now if you are feeling comfortable like this is like the half Padmasana, right? So, and then take the hands in Anjali Mudra or in the Namaskara Mudra and hold this posture at least for a count of 10. And now exhale and release the palms and then release your leg. Just like what I did with the Vrikshasana, if you are not feeling comfortable with the balance, always use the chair as your support. This is also self-complementary. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So come back to Sthiti, Tadasana. And now, as you inhale, take your right leg, bend it and put the heel on the left hip joint. Once you feel comfortable, fix the gaze at a point in front of you and keep breathing normally and take your hands in Anjali Mudra. Fix the gaze as you exhale. Suck your stomach in, strengthen your spine, lengthen your spine and hold it for at least a count of 10. Now release your hands and release your leg. So this is the half lotus tree pose. Now let's go for another variation called half chair pose. It is actually a progression to the one that we did just a minute ago, which is half lotus tree pose. Now this is the half seated pose, or also called as half chair pose. So come back to Sthiti, Tadasana, and as you inhale, take your left leg up and rest the ankle on the thigh, on the right thigh. Now as you inhale, push your hips out, bend your knees and come to a half sitting position. This is what you do in Utkatasana, but this is half chair because you are having the leg bend. If you are feeling comfortable, take the palms in Anjali Mudra or Namaskara Mudra. And don't bend all the way, don't cross the knee. Try to hold the posture for at least a count of 10. Now release it. Now this is also self-complementary. Let's do the same on the other side. Come back to Sthiti, take a few normal breaths. As you inhale, take your right leg up, rest your right ankle on the left knee. When you are comfortable, first you bend your hips and then your knees. Always you have to remember that sequence. If you don't feel comfortable, use the chair for balance. If you feel comfortable, leave it. Fix the gaze at a point in front of you and Take your arms in Namaskar Mudra. Try to go deeper if you can. Now exhale and exhale in. Come back up. Release the legs. So this completes the half chair pose. So as you can see, we just quickly talk about the benefits of these asanas. This, as you saw, it needs immense coordination and balance. So this improves the neuromuscular coordination. That's the first and foremost benefit of these asanas. And the next one is, it helps in endurance, improving endurance, balance and focus and coordination obviously. And then for women, it is very, very beneficial in treating some of the premenstrual syndromes like leg pain and also the abdominal cramps. And what else? It as you saw, these are when you're doing the tree pose, it helps in the spinal lengthening the spine and strengthening the spine. So it helps in the strengthening the spinal column. That is another benefit. And with the variations, you are actually getting the workout on the legs, on the quadriceps, hips, and it's an excellent hip opener pose as well, and also the abdominal core muscle. So these are some of the benefits associated with these poses. And coming to contraindications, if you have any ankle injury or the knee injury, any ligament tear, please don't try these asanas. And if you are pregnant or if you are suffering from arthritis or vertigo problems, please avoid these poses altogether. Some of the key things that you have to remember. Okay, and hope you found these asanas sequence helpful, and keep watching, and thank you. As always, Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu.